Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sarthak Bisht. So I'm from Uttarakhand, Haldwani, from where I've completed my bachelor's in computer science engineering from Graphical University, Haldwani. So in this video lecture, I'm going to explain you about JWT and JavaScript Web Token. Why do we need that? Why it is very important, and what are the important components of the JWT? So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to share my screen. I hope the screen is visible. So let me move to the question. This is my question. So it states that what is JavaScript Web Tokens and how do we is very important. So first of all, I will explain you what is JavaScript Web Token JWT. JWT is a kind of tokens. It's very we use this JavaScript Web Token in our authentication part basically for the help for that to ensure that security is one of the most important thing that should be maintained in our code. So basically, in the sign up and the login part, we implement this JWT on a part. So why do we need JWT? Because it's a very compact and very secure way of transmitting information from front end to back end, like client to server. And we often use in the time as I mentioned earlier, at the time of authentication. Okay. So when you logs in a server, like when you log in, you enter your credentials, so you receive a certain when if you have applied the JWT, you have implemented it using this web tokens. So you will receive a particular token which contains three parts. First of all, the header part. Header part shows basically it contains the metadata. Example, the algorithm. What kind of token is that? Okay. Second part is the payload. Payload is basically the actual data, whatever the data of the user. I will show you with the help of my code. I have implemented JWT also. So the second part, the payload contains the basically the data of the user. What is the data and how user ID, email, what is the role, everything that is embedded in the schema of the particular schema we have created of that user. So that things will be containing in this payload wala section. And the third part is signature. Signature is like basically the combined part of this header and payload. It also contains the secret key. Like secret key is basically that key that is used to ensure that okay, that user is authenticated. Whenever you create a middleware, so in that middleware you will be decoding that particular thing, decoding your token that you will be sending in the authorization part. So that is the thing that is the secret key you will be assigning in your .env file. That is very important for confirmation that okay, the user is authenticated. Oh, that code part is on your middleware section. Okay, so that's our JWTs. Oh, I will let you explain with the help of code. I have created a project few days ago. That's a group project. So then that I have basically built a backend part. So here you can see. I don't know why it's not. This is my port and this is my Mongo URL. I have connected to a Mongo Atlas. This is my JW secret key. It's not a token. It's a secret key. So let me run this node mon. My auth part where I've written my authorization auth route is this. I have written first of all I have written the this is my register part. This is my registration. The user will enter this user and password. Then if the existing, it will be giving that user already exists. And I'm by crypting the password, hashing it, and that's why the user will be created. Now at the login part, user will be writing this email and password. There is the data that user passes. Okay. So if if user exists, the user not exist, the user not found will be popping up. And for checking the match, you compare this is the token part. Now here what I'm doing, const token JWT sign in. It is basically comparing using my JWT key. It is basically comparing my token is valid or not. So let me run this code and I'll be showing with the help of my postman that my working or not. I have created a user myself. Let me show you that. No, it's not working. So this is my login route. I am going to show you about my token. So if I log in currently, if I have this here, I have generated my token. So this first part is my header part, which I told you that header is basically the metadata or algorithm which I pass here. Second part contains payload, which contains my user information, my data, roles, and user ID. And third part is my signature. So here, if the token is right, then I will be getting the user data, ID, username, and all that things. So I hope you understand this concept of JWT. So I'm going to wrap up this section. I hope you understand that. Thank you and have a nice day.